Guys, I want to make this real simple for you. It doesn't matter who you are. Whether you're an athlete, a weekend warrior, or what they call a keyboard cowboy, AG1 is for you. I'm talking over 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. Everything I just named in one scoop, guys. That's it. There's no guesswork. This is clinically studied nutrition that's going to support your immune system, your gut, your brain, and my favorite, your energy. I take this first thing in the morning, and guess what? I don't need to slam 3 coffees and a shot to get moving anymore. I feel energized, and I know I'm filling in the gaps that diet alone simply doesn't cover. AG1, it's gluten-free, it's dairy-free, it's vegan, paleo, keto, and there's less than 1 gram of naturally occurring sugar. Now here's the kicker. It's NSF certified for sport, so it meets the gold standard in independent quality and safety certifications. Friends, I've told you, you can't fake quality. And AG1 only sources the best ingredients possible. You would be hard-pressed to find a more complete supplement anywhere. AG1, 1 scoop once a day. That's how the pros do it. Go to drinkag1.com/Chael Sonnen. You're going to get a free welcome kit when you first subscribe. It includes AG1 travel packs and a free bottle of vitamin D. Thank you, AG1, for sponsoring today's video. I just hung up with the great Ariel Helwani. I was on his show. I love to be a guest on Ariel's show, by the way. It's a treat, and he does it live, and he treats you very nicely, and a number of you guys watch. So let me recap it for you, though. I figured we were going to be covering all things pay-per-view behind us, right? Mackenzie Dern and what happened in the Rachik fight, get into the main event, and then maybe spin it forward a little bit about what's coming up next. Well, we didn't. I got to be on with Ariel. If I was to look, I did a meaningful 40 minutes, 45 minutes with Ariel. We only talked about one thing, and that was essentially, did Tom Aspinall quit or not? And moreover, the reason I was the guest is Ariel believed that I said and was of the mindset that Tom quit. So there was a clip going around, Anthony Smith and I on ESPN, and we were giving our immediate reactions. And I've seen the clip, and we definitely don't put down Tom. We definitely don't tease Tom. We just speak to the idea that there's times in a fight you got to fight with one eye. My coach, Clayton Hires, he used to be running practice, and he would yell out to the whole room, close your left eye. So we'd all close our left eye, and we'd keep on sparring. And a couple minutes later, open your left eye, close your right eye. Same thing, spar a couple of rounds. Sometimes it'd be close your mouth, breathe through your nose. Sometimes it'd be open your mouth, only breathe through your mouth. The point was, if your nose ever got broken, you have a hard time breathing, or your eye ever got swollen up and you've got to continue, you have some level of reference for how to do it. But that is very different, I must tell you, than acting as though Tom played it up or that Tom quit. That is not the stance that Anthony and I had. It was very interesting, personal, because I blame somebody. I am angry as a fan when my night got cut short. I am angry as a fan that we've got to wait X amount of time to redo something that we're doing right now, and we're only redoing it because we don't have a conclusion. Now, we could have a conclusion with the exact actions that happened Saturday. We could have a conclusion. Somebody could have been disqualified, right? And now we're done. We don't have to. We're not forced to go back to the same surroundings. So when I tell you that I'm angry, when I tell you that it made me mad in the moment, that's a little bit of a weird word, but for not having a better word to use, I still don't know who I'm angry at. Tom Aspinall did nothing wrong. He's got a 0 in the wrong column. Nothing. Surreal is the one that did the action that has led us to this very conversation today, but I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at Surreal. And perhaps I should be. Now, this was not just a poke, it was a double poke. And by the way, it's the first one that the referee called. It's not the first one that happened in the night. The first poke that happened is when Tom changes elevation and goes for a double leg. When he's in on the double leg, you can see the still photo and Surreal's got his finger in his eye. Ariel played that on his show. Ariel played and broke that frame down and shared it. And Tom had said something after the fight where he said, man, this isn't even the first time that he poked me. It's the first time he poked me and I can't see. It's not the first time he poked me, and Tom was pretty upset. I bring that to you because we don't have conclusion. This entire sport is about conflict and conflict resolution. You, the viewer, don't even know what you like about this sport. You tell people I love MMA and you think you love the punches and you think you love the finishes and you think you love the story. You think. But what really has you hooked is you have conflict and conflict resolution. It's the same reason that court TV, for example, works. You don't know any of the players. You just know they have an issue and that issue is going to get resolved. And that's the thing that we left without. I mean, if I'm in Tom's shoes, everything is possible right now, including denying the rematch. So he's a cheater. He cheated multiple times. I wanted to fight him. I wanted to give him an opportunity. I've done all of those things. I'm moving on. I don't fight guys that are cheaters. Now, I understand that match is still going to get made. I'm talking about you from a storyline perspective. And we have to go redo it. We have no choice. So now that puts me on the referee. Did the referee make the right call? Yeah, I think that he did. The way that I understand the rules, yeah, I sure think that he did. But let me just give you a more recent example. Kayla Harrison takes down Juliana Pena. Juliana Pena's on her back. Juliana throws an illegal up kick, which you cannot do. She throws an illegal up kick, which could have just been a mere reaction. She's a champion of the world. They're a minute into the fight. There is very few scenarios where a referee is going to call her on that, where they're going to break the action, take a point, say that you cheated, actually affect the fight. The reason the referee had to is when Juliana threw the up kick, which landed, she threw the other leg to an up kick. It was a double. She not only hit her, she hit her twice. Ba-boom. Now in that spot, the referee he's got no room to say it doesn't matter. He'd have no ability to tell Kayla Harrison, you just got hurt, you just got damaged by techniques that aren't allowed. Oh, by the way, it happened to you twice, but I'm going to give her a warning. That just doesn't work. And I did feel that here. It wasn't an eye poke. It was a double eye poke. It wasn't one finger went knuckle deep. Two fingers, slow it down. Both of them go knuckle deep. And in that regard, I don't love the idea of unintentional. I do believe that that's the rule, and I believe that the rule was properly followed. I am not giving Jason Herzog a hard time, but I'm opening the door to it, particularly for the future. We got two constants as far as the rules go, from 1993 till now. The old era, the commissioned era, the SEG era to the Dana White era. But we have two rules that still hold. Don't bite the guy. Don't poke the son of a bitch in his eyes. Those are the two rules. So when one of them is violated, I mean, it's very frustrating when somebody can go out and grab a hold of the fabric, grab the short, and a warning happens. It's very frustrating when a guy grabs the fence, which you can't do, you openly can't do. It's a choice. It's not an accident. It will never happen on accident. There is no reaction where you accidentally grab the fence. It is a choice and a decision that you make. But it's a caution. It's a warning. Sometimes there's not even a break in the action. It's a verbal as the action continues. And there is a part of me that looks at it and says, we have such few rules. But when we do have a rule that is broken, much like biting and they're the two big ones. It's very hard to just find a way to say it's unintentional. It's a very hard thing to do for me, the viewer. I hear people talk about gloves. But bare knuckle, which has no gloves, doesn't have a problem with people poking them in the eye. I come from a wrestling background, which has no gloves. We have the full use of our hands, and we're encouraged to use them on the guy's head, in the guy's face. I mean, touching these very things. And I'm aware that eye pokes have happened, but I can't think of one, not a single one off the top of my head. And I can tell you, in my 39 years in sport, I've never poked somebody's eye. I don't think that Surreal did it on purpose. I just don't know that I have to care. I don't think that the gentleman that put down 2 weeks ago when he's doing it, I'm trying to think of the fight, but it was Malute, and when he kicks Kevin Holland in the nuts, Kevin Holland has changed. Kevin is different. It hurt him, but Kevin got up and pushed through it anyway. And to call that unintentional or to leave that on Kevin to do that, which did play a hand in the outcome of the fight, I think that's strong. I think that's a lot to put on the athlete. And when Kevin chooses that, you also see the outcome. If Tom was to choose to go on, now Tom's got to go out into a dogfight, which is hard anyway. And he's got to do it compromised. And the compromised element came from a tactic that is not allowed. It just seems to me when we turn to no contest, it's a bit of a cop-out. It seems to me when we break the action because we witness something happen that is illegal, that is one of the two big tenets, no biting, no eye gouging, when one of those happens, but we don't get resolution, we get a fighter's opinion. There should never be a time in the sport where the fighter gets to have an opinion. It is regulated by government. It is the only sport in the world that's regulated by the government. There should not be anywhere within the bylaws where we turn to the fighter for group thought. Somebody pokes you in the eye, it ends the contest. In my opinion, that needs to be a disqualification.